up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, yet another discussion video about the upcoming Wisp Prime access. Today we're talking about why you should definitely go out and get the stuff that's about to be vaulted before Wisp comes out on the 27th, about 9 days away from today's video. If you enjoy these types of videos, make sure you're subbed to the channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads, everything from build videos, news videos, discussion videos, PSAs, etc., etc. Also, check out the live stream channel. Tonight, I will be live with another game, but also there will be lots of Warframe later in the week, and I do daily or weekly reset streams every week as well, next to the weekly reset video. All right, so Wisp Prime is on the 27th, and if you are a newer player, I just want to put this in perspective. When a new Prime comes out, an old Prime, or an older Prime, goes into the vault, and that means no new relics can be created for that Prime. In this case, the primes getting vaulted with Wisp Prime are Nidus Prime, the frame, Strun Prime, the shotgun, which has an incarnon mode now, we'll talk about that in a little bit, and Magnus Prime, the pistol, which is not really viewed as a meta weapon, but it still has decent enough stats at the end of the day. So we have 3 items here that are actually pretty decent. And the thing about the Strun is it used to not be very exciting, but now that it has a incarnon mode you're seeing in the gameplay footage right now, it becomes a rocket launcher. So this thing will be unobtainable unless you already had a relic. So when they vault stuff, the relics you already have don't disappear. It's just no new relics can be created. So once this gets vaulted, the only way you'll be able to get the Strun Prime is by having a pre-existing relic, or I guess technically buying the Prime Resurgence when this comes back around in probably like a year. We don't know how long it will take until Nidus comes back from Resurgence, but it will likely be quite a long time. As he's just about to get vaulted in 2 weeks. And then they'll be like, okay, we'll wait a little bit, and then we'll bring him to the Resurgence. And Nidus also has a pretty nice Necromech skin in his Resurgence, too. So why am I talking about this? Well, the reason I want to give you a PSA on this with Nidus is because Nidus Prime is very powerful and strong, and also Nidus normally is one of the more annoying farms in the entire game to do. It comes from the Infested Salvage node on Eris. Now, thankfully, we have the normal path circuit nowadays, and Nidus can be in the normal path circuit. But again, I mean, you want the Prime frames at the end of the day. He has more, I think he has more armor or something, so that's good, as this frame does not have shields, so armor goes a long way. So you want this guy. He's powerful. He looks cool. He's got built-in health regen and stuff too. So let's talk about how you can try to get this before he goes away in 2 weeks. And of course, like I said, if you don't get him in 2 weeks, don't worry too much. You'll be able to go and, maybe buy him another player. So, things to keep in mind for Nidus. He has 2 rare golden parts. We can briefly talk about the Strun as well, but I'm mostly going to talk about Nidus here. So we search Nidus in our relic inventory here. Nidus Prime. And the main Nidus Neuroptics blueprint is a rare Axii relic drop. This only comes from here. So if we search Nidus Prime Neuroptics, there are limited relics in the game this comes from. This Neo N16 does not drop in the game anymore. As you can see, it says this relic is in the Prime Vault. The only relics you can currently get for Nidus Prime Neuroptics, fresh ones, are Axii N10. It's the only relic in the entire game that drops the Nidus Neuroptics. So if you want to get this, here are your drop locations. There's a lot of them. I'm going to just tell you right now, the one I'd recommend to you is to go to Apollo on Lua and just do the disruption there. Just knock out every tower and just go as fast as you possibly can. That's going to be my recommended there. So as you can see, this part right here already has a relic issue, I'd say. You only have 1 relic that is currently obtainable that drops this. The rest of these are vaulted. So Axii N10, go farm that if you want to have a bunch of... And also, if you're not a new player, you don't need to get him. This could be potential plat in the future, too, as anyone that wants Nidus will have to get this part that comes from this relic. So, moving on, Nidus Prime, I believe he has another rare part that is a chassis. So, the Nidus Prime chassis is probably a lot less rare. As you can see, we have... How many relics do we have that are not vaulted? So, we have... Okay, so we only have 1 relic for Nidus that's not vaulted, it looks like here. We have the Meso N14. Now, there's going to be a lot of places you can get that from. I'd say you can get it from, like, Ukko. Really any node that's on this list right here you can get this from. Also from Isolation Vault Tier 1 bounties, good to know that. I usually just farm these from Ukko or Oxomoko. This is another rare part for Nidus. Now keep in mind, when he does get Resurgence, they'll probably turn this part right here to a 65 ducat part. So, yeah, Nidus is pretty rare. And as far as the blueprint and all that, That I don't even Nidus Prime Blueprint. I guess I just can search. I feel like he's got a good amount of these, but again, a lot of these are in the vault. So, wow, yeah, they're really getting nice ready to go. So the only Nidus main Blueprint relic it looks like is a Lith K10 relic. I feel like that might be wrong, but maybe not. Yeah, the Lith K10. So you have limited options now. So if you want to get this, you're going to get a Lith K10 relic. You're going to get the Meso, whatever one it was, and you have to farm these all out before he goes away. And I'd say maybe stockpile them because he could be a good plat price in the future. So yeah, if you want to get this one, just go to like Teshub or Hepit in the Void. I usually just recommend Void for this stuff, but you can also get this from Lith Disruption on Mars too. So decent amount of choices. But yeah, about the Strun. Now the Strun, it really wasn't hype until the Incarnon came out. Once the Incarnon came out, then people started being like, okay, now the Strun, I might be interested. The Strun has a huge supply of relics. Remember, these relics dropped during Plague Star. So, the fact that people might have a bunch of these is kind of, the chance is high, let's just say that. So, for the Strun Prime Barrel, I think is the rare one. Let's look at S12. So, S12, Strun Prime Blueprint actually is the rare one. Let's see how many relics we have for that. So, Vaulted. You have a Neo S17. And, yeah, you only have a Neo S17. So, as you can see, if you have not gotten this stuff already, you are pretty late to the party. But it's not you're not too late that you can actually have some fun. So, I'd say go out, get your Strun Prime, get your Nidus Prime. Magnus Prime, you could definitely wait on that. I don't think those prices will really go up in the future. But yeah, if you want to get this for the Incarnon and all that, I do recommend the Incarnon. It's quite fun. As far as Nidus and Strun builds, I do have those on my channel, but I'll give you a quick overview. So for Nidus, he has no shields, but he has a bunch of health and armor. So we've jammed some more health and armor in here with Adaptation. We've got about 1,800 health and 1,100 armor. We've removed his 4th ability for Tharo Strike from Styanax, removing all enemy armor and shields, and since he has an ability that does a decent amount of damage, this will let them take full damage from his first ability. Additionally, we have the augment for his first ability, Teaming Virulence. Whenever he hit 4 enemies with his Virulence attack, it will give him, with this build, 248% increased crit chance. This will give you red crits on lots of weapons. Additionally, we have the Link ability of Nidus. This will make it where we don't take that much damage. We redirect damage to the other enemy, and then we also can group enemies up with Larva. So yeah, on here it's just pretty standard Nidus build. I don't really play him for super high levels, but like around level like multiple hundred, this should definitely work. The Arcanes are very flexible too. I've got Grace and Guardian in here just for more tank, but you can go like Avenger even for more crit chance if you want even more red crits. For the Strun Prime, the Incarnon choices I've gone with, I actually have multiple Strun Prime videos on my channel. This is the one I've got right now. Blazing Barrel, Rapid Reinforcement, and Elemental Balance. Elemental Balance really goes crazy on this one. As you can see, we have 436% status chance. That's just good. So we got a Heat Proc build on here, meant for getting lots of Heat Procs. Enemies about a million damage Heat Proc in one shot most of the time. We also got Hunter Munitions for going through armor. But yeah, we can remove armor. This is not a build meant entirely for Nidus. I just threw it on here. I just put on my normal build just to show it. But yeah, if you are going for only on Nidus and you're using armor strip, you could probably take off Hunter Munitions or something else you really felt like it. So, really powerful weapon here. The Incarnon mode is a exploding heat shot, as we showed in the gameplay footage. And yeah, for the Magnus Prime, I just have like a pretty standard build on there. It's like, well, the Magnus Prime actually has a special augment. Deadly Maneuvers on dodge, get increased crit chance. But don't worry about this thing too much. I just was using a stat stick, I think. So, yeah, that's basically going to be it for the PSA, guys. Make sure you get this stuff before it goes away. I would say that you might regret it if it goes away, because Nidus is a pretty popular frame, a pretty fun frame, and he just looks cool too. So that'll be happening on the 27th of this month. He's going away. Go out and get your relics. I give you a quick showcase of which ones to go for. But yeah, honestly, for farming relics, it's the same few places most of the time. Go for your Lith ones. You can go to Mars Disruption. You can go to Hepit in the Void or whatever it is. Like the lower tier Void missions are going to be giving you lots of Lith relics. And then for Neo and Axie and above, it's usually going to be Ukko, a Disruption, or mainly Apollo in the Void is my favorite Axie farm. If you guys have a different Axie relic farm you like to do, because I've actually been kind of low on Axies recently, feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll check it out. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Appreciate the support and take it easy. Peace!